Hello and welcome. My name is John Coimbori, and I'm going to be taking you the group video. This is a group assignment that explains how to go ahead with your do while statements while writing a program. So the first course of action would be to show you how to create the flowchart, and you want to use draw.io. You want to pull up the website draw.io. And then from your program, you just need to identify what's your start, what's your end. Also, the process, is it a process, is it a decision? And then it will influence the shapes that you have. So in this case, let me put it on full screen. Start has an oval, and end will have an oval, and stop will have an oval. And then declaration of the variables in a rectangle. Uh, as those two, and then uh, you do part of your statement, which will print. In my case, will print uh, user-friendly instructions to tell the user to input a number, and then until a specific number is chosen, where it will terminate the program, and that's going to be in my while loop. So this is uh, how we went ahead with creating the flowchart, and then we'll have a terminating program print function at the end once number 9 is selected. Uh, the next course will be how to create the .c file. So you want to open code blocks, and this is my code blocks and the program written. So once you write your program correctly and you have no errors, what you want to do is you want to hit File and then hit Save File As and name your program, keeping in mind you need to the name of a program needs to have a .c at the end. And then you hit Save. Since mine is already saved, I'm not gonna go ahead and do that. Once that is done, that's how you create your .c file. It's as easy as that. Next is to build and run the program. So here's my program, and next is just to build and run, which is here. This is the icon for build and run. There's the program running. User-friendly instructions. Please choose a number until a correct one ends the program. Enter a number. In my case, since this is a do while a loop, what happens essentially is the do statement is executed at least once, and I have a while function with an if before I execute. Let me just explain before I run the program. So the do function is increasing increment by 1, which is my j. Initial j is equals to 0, and integer k is what the user is inputting. That's the variable, the number that the user is inputting. So if k is equals to 9, this is within the do while function. If k is equals to 9, uh, the the program will end. You'll choose number 9. Here the program has ended, and there is this break statement, which means the program will end. And if the program ends, uh, it will come out of the do loop and go directly into this print statement, which is terminating program, which is outside the do while loop, because it will satisfy this while condition, which is j is greater than 0, and at the same time k is not uh, at the same time k is not equal to 9. So it will print terminating program. Let's try that. If we put 9, you can see here the program has ended and terminating program right there. And then if they input any other number, they're just gonna get infinite chances to keep on guessing. You chose number 1, please choose another number. 4, 6. If it's a -5, you chose number -5 uh, until they choose number 9. If I put 9, Yeah, the program has ended. So that's the program working correctly, and it's as straightforward as that. You want to make sure you define you have an increment j over here, for instance, when you're writing your program. So that shows that's gonna be uh, your loop, your do part is gonna be having an increment 1. So as long as he's gonna, this is what ensures that the user gets infinite chances, because the loop keeps increasing by 1. And so that's for j is for the loop function to keep increasing by 1, and then k is for the user variable that the user actually chooses. So this is the program, and you have your return which ends your program. Very important, and very important to check your parentheses to make sure that the opening for this, the end for it is here. So the if and else functions are within my do statement of my function, of my program. So if it's, if the user chooses 9, like I said, program will end and it will break. So it won't execute the else function. If they choose another number that's not 9, it will say they chose that number, and it will tell them to choose another number, and j will increase by 1. So that's what's going on in the do function. And then my while condition is as long as j is greater than 0, that is increasing. Uh, this is a part of the function that takes care of giving the user infinite chances. Um, and as long as k is not equal to 9, it's now going to print terminating program if those true are true at the same time. And up here is user-friendly instructions, and all these are comments up top. And your main include this needs to be there, and your library includes studio.h and the declaration of the functions. I'm going to run it one more time. Please enter a number 2, choose another number, -6, 45, choose another number, that number, another number, that number, choose another number, and then if the input 9, you chose number 9, here the program has ended, terminating program. That's the program working correctly. That's it for this video. Thank you for tuning in.